Alright, I'm back. Yeah, too many videos, blah blah blah, too bad. It's just the way it is. I'm here and Professor Anton is talking and yeah, I'm saying I gotta say something about this. So he's making comparison between these two alternative perceptions, life as an imposition or life as a gift. This doesn't work in the first place because the two things aren't like. Okay, I mean, a gift is an imposition. The whole point of a gift is that it's a positive imposition, that you make a deliberate effort to make sure it's a positive imposition. You don't give somebody something with the let's say it's a piece of food, with the expectation there's a 1 in 10 chance that the food's going to give them food poisoning. You don't give people things that are broken or dirty or sloppy or messy. You give people things that are good and nice and going to enhance their life and make their life better. And you, in a sense, impose them. I mean, usually, gifts, another rule of gifts is that it's easy for somebody to reject the gift, to just throw it out the door or out the window. Say, no, thank you, I don't want that time bomb. It's not usually something difficult to dispose of. Like, people don't show up with an elephant at your door and just with a big bow on them and say, well, it's your problem now. And call that a gift. Rational people would say, wait a minute, that's not exactly a gift, that's called a burden, okay, and a responsibility. And if I don't like elephants, I happen to love elephants, but if I didn't like elephants, yeah, I would find this burdensome, okay, because now what am I going to do? Call elephant control? It's going to cost me thousands of dollars to go have the elephant properly, taken to the elephant foundling home. So whatever, you know, it's just a not a sensible comparison. These are not opposite things, imposition and gift. Gifts are impositions, and the argument is that life is an incredibly unpredictable thing. It's a nuclear power plant, you know. Yeah, it might give you 100 years of very cheap electricity. Or it might irradiate the fuck out of you and make your life miserable. It's just not the kind of thing you say, this is a gift. So anyway, this is halfway through his video. He's kind of conceded that people come from somewhere. So at least we got that far. Like maybe that has something to do with people's behavior and intention. He didn't say that though, so I can't say he did. He didn't admit the simple truth that it's a perceptual difference between somebody having 8 kids and somebody having 1 kid, or somebody having no kids, that they have a perceptual difference in their head, and that's why they have a different number of children. It's not because their genetics is different, it's because their mind is different.
Now, again, to say that there's not a giver, well, there might be a kind of process by which life comes about, and it has
there might be a process. I mean, it's good you're in education, right? Because that's probably about as good as the sex education is in most schools, to keep producing all these illegitimate children. Is the fact that people somehow can't figure it out. Penis goes in vagina. If you don't wear protection, you're likely to fertilize eggs. Yeah.
Orderliness and, for lack of a better word, a kind of mysteriousness. I don't think we have to...
Yeah, whatever. It's mysterious. It's all very mysterious. We've all seen the videotape. Little sperm, swim, get to an egg, borehole. And then the other guy sneaks in. The sperm that did all the work, drilling the hole, well, he's out of luck. It's going to be the asshole who takes advantage of his work that's going to be fertilizing the egg. Isn't that part of the big joke? That even in the sperm, it's the sneaky little bastard sperm that win.
Set up any dogma about it. I don't think there has to be anything other than a recognition of the fact that no one deserves existence.
Deserve. That was another word he threw in here for no good reason whatsoever. Deserve, quoting Clint Eastwood, has nothing to do with it. This isn't a conversation about deserve. It's a conversation about people who are doing things to other things. All right? It's not about the receiver. It's about the imposer. That's what the word kind of impose means. Imposing isn't about the victim being imposed on. Like rape isn't about the rapist. It's about the victim of the rape. Who the fuck cares about why or what or who with blah 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 all this crap about Mr. Rapist? Fuck him.
You get this life without deserving it. You're not entitled to it. You do something.
Oh, whatever. You're not entitled to it. So again, this is, so he's arguing obviously from his perception of it being a gift, and so he's not making any counter-argument to the accusation that it's an imposition, a willful, deliberate, selfish imposition, a Randian gift. Okay, so if you want to accept that terminology, that you gift givers, you supporters of the gift giving, are essentially Randiest, okay, in your perception of what a gift is. So I should do what I want selfishly, and somehow that's going to be good for the victim imposed on. I gotta say fuck you to that.
To justify it, warrant, or make it come into existence. Your very being. And this is why imposition, I think, doesn't really work.
Yeah, okay. Well, it doesn't really work. Why? Because, it's just too close to the truth. I mean, it's just idiotic to you keep wanting to evade the simple truth that people willfully do this, and they do this for selfish reasons that have to do with their ego crap. I want a little me running around. I want to give birth to Tiger Woods and have a golf professional and blah, 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 and I can ride on his back kind of thing. It's all this ego crap that provokes people to have these kids in the first place. By your logic, we should be gift giving to the Martians right now. We should be building the new Martian utopia. Maybe we can go get some clues from the island of Dr. Moreau, and build ourselves the new Martian race. Fuck. Give them the gift.
Posing it.
The house of pain.
For the non-theist, for the completely naturalist, secular atheist.
Well, what does that even mean? The naturalist, the secular atheist. I mean, is nature God? What's naturalist mean? That you are reverent to God? Are you reverent to the God of nature? No, that's not going to work for me.
Exactly, is imposing sentience.
Well, whatever. Like I said, the parents have children. That's right. I just don't. This is inane to have a conversation about who is imposing. We have the capacity to do it or not do it. We have the capacity to build nuclear power plants or not build nuclear power plants. You don't say when a nuclear power plant goes bad, what mysterious force imposed this doom and horror on us? You don't do that. You know exactly where they came from. We made them. We decided to have them. That's why they exist. I mean, this is just such an invasion of responsibility.
Parents? No. There are lots of people who can't have kids. There are people who, they try and they discover they can't. There are some who successfully, the couple...
Yeah, they successfully go to science and even more accurately do the Frankenstein thing. Even more appropriately to my metaphor, demonstrate that they are willing to perform a Dr. Frankenstein experiment. They're willing to freeze these little fetuses and do all this crap and implant them and all this risk in that equation, and they just don't care because it's about them. Okay, it's what they want. They don't give a fuck about the fetus.
Successfully gets pregnant, and then they have the woman has a miscarriage, or the child dies in child.
Yeah, well, obviously we're not talking about the people whose gift gets run over in the driveway, right? Well, I bought a gift and it got run over in the driveway, so I couldn't impose it on the recipient. Yeah, so now you're no longer in the equation, okay? You can no longer be called an imposer because your gift got run over in the driveway. So that's sort of irrelevant, Professor. Yeah, I think it's irrelevant.
Childbirth. I mean, there's so many different ways in which who's imposing it?
The people who fertilize the egg, incubate it in a uterus, okay, plop it out of their body one way or another, and give it some stupid name like Ariel. Those are the imposers, shithead.
From where? I mean, I think if the imposition argument is really trying to get at the fact that no one deserves existence, sure. Or if the person...
No, that's not what we're trying to get at, any fact, okay? Deserve, again, has nothing to do with it. No one's brought up words like deserve, okay? They've brought up words like responsibility and accountability and the fact that there's no way for you to clean up the mess if you make one. And those are the things you don't call gifts. You don't call a gift something that you put in somebody else's house that may create a mess they can't deal with, they can't clean up. That's not a gift. That's an imposition. That's a blight. That's a horror.
Trying to say, yeah, I didn't deserve this and I don't like it. Okay, well, fair enough. I think that's a very...
Well, good. Fair enough then. All right, let's just go with that then. Fine. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't think you have a right to impose it, so stop goddamn doing it.
different argument, though. Part of the difficulty is that the more that people want people or advise people into what could never be possible.
Well, again, some more fantasies about what never could be possible. It'll never be possible to free the slaves, so let's just keep them in slavery and it'll be fine. It'll be never impossible to teach those darkies how to be human beings, so no, don't free them. I mean, this kind of rhetoric means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. To say it's impossible for minds to be changed is idiotic. To say my perception of reality is impossible. It's impossible to get there. I mean, that's just such crap. It really is just crap as an argument. It's crap. I mean, it could be used to destroy every progressive movement that ever took place in the history of mankind, could have been discounted and disengaged by that same exact crap rhetoric. It's impossible to let women drive on the roads.
The more they introduce forms of unnecessary suffering, to advise people to desire what could never be.
To desire what could never be. So it could never be that they to take control of their little Johnsons and their little vagina-ease and control their reproduction. It's beyond their capacity. And they only have to control it to have 2.1 children or less. That's impossible. You can't have 2.1 children or less. It's impossible.
Will always bring a kind of anguish and mental dis-ease. That is, to tell people...
Jesus is such a crock of shit. You cause me mental dis-ease. You do. You make me want to puke. This tripe that you sit there and sell from your elitist crap towers makes me want to goddamn burn the thing down. If this is called education, if this is called intelligent conversation, this fucking goddamn word slaughter. Fuck you.
People that it's better to have never been. It's such an odd argument.
It's such an odd argument to recognize the fact that there's a fucking ton of shit about life to lament. Just a fucking ton of shit about life to lament. I mean, every opera is tragic. Every Shakespeare play is tragic. Okay? Because tragedy does blight us. It clings to us like a fucking dog humping our leg. I mean, it is goddamn fucking suck. And you want to just say, no, don't diss the DNA. It's on a mission. We're going somewhere. We're going to the singularity. And you're going to talk about what is good or bad for people, and you're promising them the singularity? Or your singularity is like the Jehovah Witness, a definition of their paradise is you're a potato farmer forever. That's right, you just grow potatoes every day. You go out and grow some potatoes. That's it. That's their definition of fucking heaven. And your definition of fucking good enough life is, yeah, we just keep doing this shit forever. World War IV, World War V, World War VI, World War VII, World War VIII, World War IX. Cancer, 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 kill, 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 smash, 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 sadness, 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 blight, blight, blight. We could just do that forever, and old Professor Anton will say, job well fucking done. Well, I say, sadistic motherfucking cunt, you are evil. There.
No, if one wants to say, given one's own circumstances, they think it's best not to procreate, well, yeah, that's a very different argument. And
No, this is, again, stupid, all right? I can't stop the imposition, all right? You don't stop Frankenstein Monster by the Frankenstein Monsters not giving Frankenstein extra money or something. are the Frankenstein monsters in some way facilitating the birth of other people. I mean, don't you understand? We don't get here because of a decision we made. So again, you don't even get that argument right. Okay, the one part of the deserve equation that makes some sense is that the individuals here did not make themselves be here. Somebody else does it. And if they don't stop the somebody else's, they're going to keep being born in the middle of Biafra in a fucking DDT poisoned shithole. Because some asshole says, oh, they're going to have a baby.
Maybe one that people could try to haggle about, and I think all people who don't have kids aren't necessarily against the idea of others who do want to do that, right? I mean, I think there's a whole range there.
Yeah, well, I don't even see the logic of that, frankly. I mean, you either think it's doing something, you think it's not doing something, but not to realize how you got here. Okay, and to understand that consciousness is the thing at jeopardy, and that your consciousness isn't fucking different than all these other consciousnesses, Professor. They're all the same fucking goddamn thing. They just have a different name and a different blah 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 and a few different thoughts in their head. The only thing different about me and you is different thoughts in my goddamn head. My thoughts make you seem like something you do not allow to ingest. I mean, you are a sickening piece of shit, a spoiled a rotting carcass, okay, and there's just no way I should eat that crap.
But I think that the sticking point is, no one deserves existence, and if one fully realizes that and fully comes to terms with
what again? This is just such a pile of crap. So again, he's arguing almost like you're supposed to be so thrilled with your existence and feel so humbled by the grand privilege of this great gift you've been given. It's so sparkly and fantastic and wonderful that you should feel like giving something back. That's the kind of argument he's making here. It's just idiotic. No, you should realize you're here, you're a sentient being, and everything you goddamn do, every fucking movement you make just about, puts something at risk. Okay? Every time you shop at the store, you're enslaving somebody because of this idiotic system we've built. Okay? There's not a goddamn thing you can do. You can't feed yourself, you can't live, you almost can't breathe oxygen without stealing it from some other sentient creature that's going to get fucking horribly killed to maintain your existence. Now, yeah, and that should fucking scare the shit out of you. It should bug the shit out of you that these assholes keep playing a game made this way. Alright, that every fucking string is tied, and all these strings are tied, and you cannot have anything. You cannot have victory without fucking failure. That you can't have the gold medal without destroying, 10,000 other people who won't have it and need it. So fuck you.
Deserve it. There's nothing that you did to deserve existence. I think it does open up as a gift. If some person says it's not a gift, it's an imposition, who's imposing what?
Again, this is just not that complicated. The goddamn parents make a decision. They say, are we going to wear condoms or are we not? Are we going to have sex that will not lead to children, or are we going to have sex that will lead to children? It's not that fucking complicated, Professor. It's a really obvious goddamn fucking decision.
What is it about the gift? I mean, from my perspective...
I mean, it is quite fucking apparent that people make this choice. They change their behavior all the time to stop themselves from having children. So do not pretend that this is something uncontrollable or something that isn't out of their own volition. They, by volition, have 2 kids or 3 kids, and then they stop having kids on fucking purpose. So don't tell me they can't control it. Don't tell me they don't decide. Of course they decide. They're controlling it.
That I would want someone to say, what is it about the gift in including self-awareness, in including recognition of one's own ultimate fate and all the kind of meaning horizons that come from that, right? The fact is that as one learns to appreciate one's own death and to come to terms with one's own death, one opens in love and gratitude to other people.
Oh, God. Who does this? Who? This is the wackiest religion I've ever heard. This is wackier than the fucking crazy Jehovah Witness potato crap. I accepted my death and therefore I became opened up to... what? You accept your death, but you don't have any fucking choice. But you don't dwell on it. You just go through your life, presuming that you're going to wake up the next day. You make plans for the future, even though, yeah, you may not be here. And you just have this knowledge that, oh, there's this sword of Damocles hanging over my goddamn head because some jackass thought it was a good idea to put me with a sword of Damocles over my goddamn head. It wasn't my idea.
Realizing that none of this was ever ultimately mine. It was all on loan. It was all something that was given to me without me ever deserving any of it.
So this is the argument that life is a gift, right? And I didn't see here any details about the gift nature. So I no accounting for the horrors, no accounting for the grotesquely bad luck that people run into, that the completely disproportionate quality of life people end up with. There's no accounting for any of that. Forget the truth. Let's just all pretend that it's all just vanilla ice cream and we all should be happy because it's vanilla ice cream. No harm, no foul. I mean, this is just such a pile of shit. That's philosophy. Yeah, whatever. Fuck you. This is just crap. Tripe. Whatever. It's undigestible mush. Not even close to getting close to anything real.